plenty of changes after that win against San Diego. In the front row, Apulu, Bradford, and then the Centurion McClellan get the start. And a welcome back to MLR for Lance Williams. Goes so well. And then Joe Mano, he scores tries for fun. The top try scorer in MLR. Watch out for him. Can he add to his tally of 8 tries so far this season? Greg Cooper knows it's a big period coming up for him. 3 games in 9 days. He's got to use his squad, and he's also saved a lot of experience on the bench. It might be the factor that wins this match in the end in that last 20 minutes. Keep an eye on when he brings those impact subs on.
And now for the Chicago Hounds.
Well, the Chicago Hounds also have made plenty of changes after their loss against the Seattle Seawolves. The brand new front row sees Zavenya and Fawcett and Pakulu. They start today. And then Brad Tucker, he gets a rare start. Good to see him in the 6th jersey. Matt Jones comes back into the team. The number 7 has been brilliant. That Australian for the Chicago Hounds. Flesh and bane. The engine room of the second row, they continue their work from last week. Then for the backs, it's good to see Nate Orsberger come back into the team. But Noah Fletch gets to start a game with his brother, Mason Fletch, the number 12. Keep an eye, he's a real athlete. And then Ollie Devoto, already mentioned, he is the go-forward for the side, and he's also the stopper in defence for Chicago. England's international is pivotal.
Hodgson gets things underway in Harriman, Utah. Great to have you with us on this Saturday night of Major League Rugby. Chicago inside its own 22 to start things. Good tackle on Hilsenbeck. That one hung in the air for 4.6. That is tremendous hang time. Angus McClellan, as well mentioned, 3rd man to ever do it tonight. Hodgson goes down in a heap.
Joel, what a great take this is from Joel Hodgson, but yeah, can't do that in the air.
Bradford in for Liam Coltman, who's been tremendous. 6 tries, getting rested today. Utah playing next Wednesday and then next Sunday as well. Jordan Traynor in a lot of space. And Joe Mano is going to dot it down for his league-leading 9th try.
And that man advantage so clinically well. Great start for Utah. And another.
Here come the Hounds, who have won 6 of their last 7. The only blemish Sunday at Seattle had to battle 15 on 14 after a
platform for the Chicago Hounds.
Here come the Hounds. Hand. Knocked on, picked up by Joe Mano inside the 22 for Utah now. Ready to score a 2nd try here. Maul inside the 5. Utah with a good push so far. Phil Bradford at the back of the maul with the ball. Once is called, if they call twice, Chicago gets it back. They got a good push. Bradford pierces through and knocks it down. Phil Bradford with the score.
Talking about doing it out wide and moving the ball, they also have got that.
Basket to the right. Here's Augsburger, who had the yellow. Michael Hand with it now. Yellow will hit it to the right side. Try and find his man, Noah Brown. Bleeding profusely. Gets the start today. Chipped forward. Joe Mano's coming over for Utah. Oh, and he gets hit hard in the head and then goes into touch.
It's all right. We can keep contact. We have to play. High degree danger is gonna.
Red card to Nate Augsburger. Advantage Chicago here. Here's Ollie Devoto, who you highlighted earlier. Kolsemu in the match for Joe Mano, I believe.
Come back.
6.
Yes.
And he nails it. Chicago's on the board. And Simu off the bench.
One is offside.
Advantage offside. Chicago playing with it.
Yeah.
Hounds looking for their first try of the game. Pushed near the goal line, being held up by Frank Lahore. Held up in the try zone. And therein lies one of the differences between football and rugby, if you haven't watched. It's not about crossing the line. Oh, a yellow card given to Lance Williams, so who's a center, came in for him.
Good access.
Here comes Chicago. Zavenya dots it down on the maul and turnaround for these Utah Warriors. Overthrow, too far. Fawcett bats it out, and here comes Chicago. Hilsenbeck, chip over the top. Nobody home, and into touch. That's a nice play, knowing Joe Mano's Noah's in the lineup as well. Fawcett forced towards the touchline, has to give it up. Here's Noah Flesh. Fighting through the Leawila tackle. Hounds recover. And look who's back on the pitch. Mano. That's a good sight for the Hounds fans. Physical run by Paculo. The tight head prop. Right near the post. And Chicago dots it down.
Done, you can say, by Utah.
Good access.
Here's Mason Flesh. That's a good line-out throw from Fawcett. 7 minutes to go to halftime. 14 on 14 still. Baska asking for the ball at the back of the maul. But that maul's still moving. Chicago towards the try zone.
Maul is just going. It's just really well worked. The shift off round the side.
Logan Crowley. The box kick. Oh, hand. Missed it as Nick Ben went up and caught it on the 4.1 seconds.
For Logan Crowley, why did you kick that again? What a take by Nick Ben. Coming from the Dallas Jack.
In the game. Off the bench. Flesh. Oworu. Inside the 22. And Oworu. The stiff arm right at Trainer. Basket grabs it out of the air. Up to Hamish Bain. Way back over for Devoto. Cuts it against the grain. Slippery as an eel. Over to Zavenia looking for the hat trick. Grabbed and pinned down by Chicago. They've done it
again that they take and come away with another try.
Nothing wrong. Just
really, really clinical stuff.
Nothing wrong.
Every single player in this.
The jumper's Lahore. Way back to Dylan Nell, who's in the game now. Burukoto at the back, and he's going to dot it down.
That's over the big Fijian. Looks strong, I said, just before the lineup.
Tackled by Luke White. Nice run by Hodgson now. Hodgson with the stiff arm and the offload to Joe Mano. Joe Mano dots it down for his league-leading 10th try of the year.
Teams are going so well in MLR this year as well.
They already met in week 2. Utah won that 45-31 in Chicago. Knock on. Leiuila with the big hit. Kyle Brown again. The nice carry.
It's so hard, and this is on. The head-to-head I picked out at the beginning of the game. Whack! Dislodged the ball from Ollie Devoto.
A rookie who's played last couple of games for Utah. Going, Leiuila. That's Ramsey Emicio. Far left side now, Trainer. Over to Joe Mano. Joe Mano knows one thing, and that's scoring tries. And he does it again for the hat trick. Joe Mano has tied this game.
All this is, I wanted them to move it to the width. Don't get into the physical game up front. Get it to the width. Get it into the hands of someone like Joe Mano, and he just does the rest. The would-be
Chicago, should they come back and win, they'd be #1 in the East. Mano goes up and grabs it. Everything working for Joe Mano, who bursts through. Lays off to Zion Going. Zion Going looking for support. Back to Ben. Went backwards, so no knock on. Leiuila, straightforward run. Can't be brought down. He's inside the 22. Fending off everybody. Nick Ben now. Dots it down for Utah. Another one for the Warriors.
Oh, it started with Joe Mano, but watch this from Leiuila. No one wanted to bring him down, the big man. And then the offload. Globetrotter stuff from the Warriors. And they are performing really, really well at this point now. Another try.
Utah wasn't. Never went 10, though. Here come the Warriors. Hodgson streaking down. He's got Mano on his left. Joe Mano sprinting down the sideline. Bowls over a man. Throws the ball back into touch. Yeah, and Dylan Fawcett. Nice throw. Oworu. Brown. Flash chipped across. Nice pick up by Mitch Short, the scrum half.
On the field for the last 11 minutes.
Ball's Warrior #1. First player signed by Utah back in 2018. Now he's helping coach the BYU women's rugby team. About 45 minutes south in Provo. Zabrook on the maul. Mitch Short grabs that one. There's Hilson Beck, tackled by the miracle opposite, Joel Hodgson. Dylan Nell thought he had the poach. Good physical run. Connell Boomer.
On the ball.
It's Hamish Spain. Short side now. Off the hands of Boomer into touch. Chicago's one line break away from tying this thing up potentially.
On the ball. Play on, first man.
Game in the balance, taken away by Utah. Let me see you.
TMO, check, check.
TMO, check, check. TMO, check, check. Mikey, yellow card.
Here it is.
We are talking about Abrai or high tackle.
There it is indeed. That is why I think Mason Fletcher came off.
Head contact.
I think he said late.
We have a high tackle, and it's going to be a yellow card.
Frank Lahore is going to sit for the rest of the contest.
Abrai.
In the match with that red. White. Quick ball now. Forward pass, says the Utah bench, not called.
Go half and really built the pressure.
Line up for Utah. Matt Jensen on the take.
Tight.
Chicago holding up well.
From the side.
Hodgson 2 for 2 in penalty goals this year. He's got the distance.
Yes.
It's up and good. They would be tied with New England for first. Still have that chance. Great point. Look at the line speed from Utah. No knock on for Utah.
Back. Yes, sir.
Time's up. Hodgson will kick into touch, and that'll do it. Utah wins it 41-31.